In order to punish the murderer, the man parked the prison transport van on a frozen lake. Then he used a shotgun to blast the ice near the wheels. After that, he walked toward the shore with a blank expression, quietly watching as the ice began to crack. The transport van slowly started to sink. The freezing lake water quickly flooded the entire vehicle. Everyone instantly fell into chaos. Just as the water was about to drown them completely, the guard opened the door of the transport van. The prisoners immediately swam desperately toward the exit. A young thug was the first to escape. Another prisoner followed right behind him. But Martin, the guard who could not swim well, suddenly passed out at the last moment. Luckily, one of the prisoners noticed this in time and pulled him out of the water. At the same time, Miguel discovered that the thug who killed his daughter had also escaped. Without saying a word, he grabbed a weapon and chased after him. Not long after, Martin, who had just regained consciousness, heard a gunshot. It was obviously Miguel chasing that young thug. Worried that things might spiral out of control, Martin immediately followed the sound. He saw Miguel lying on the second floor shooting, while the thug was forced to hide behind a wall, too scared to move at all. To protect the thug from being killed, Martin quietly came to the second floor, trying to take Miguel's weapon, but the creaking floorboards still alerted Miguel. He immediately turned around and aimed at Martin, but he did not fire. Instead, he told Martin to leave right now.
Estás a tiempo de entregarte.
Me entregaré. Pagaré lo que tenga que pagar. Sé el precio de todo lo que he hecho.
¿Qué quieres de él?
Hearing this, Miguel fell silent for a moment. Then he revealed the reason behind everything. 1 year ago, his daughter disappeared for no reason. After the investigation, he discovered that the thug and his friend had killed his daughter. Even though he was still a police officer back then, he used every method he could, but still could not find solid evidence. He was even kicked out of the police force because of it. In despair, he decided to seek justice in his own way. A few days ago, he found the friend of the thug, under pressure during interrogation. The man admitted that they had killed his daughter, but the body had been disposed of by that same thug. Only he knew where the body was dumped. That was why Miguel planned this prison transport ambush. After hearing this, Martin fell into deep thought. Earlier, the thug claimed that he was the victim, but Miguel insisted he was the murderer who was lying. Martin could not tell. Before he could figure it out, the thug seized the moment and suddenly ran away. Miguel immediately pulled the trigger at him. Martin hesitated for a moment, but still stepped forward to stop Miguel, because no matter who was right or wrong, as a police officer, he could not just stand by and watch someone get hurt. So the two of them started fighting inside the building. However, Martin, who had just been rescued from drowning, was no match for Miguel. When Martin fell to the ground, Miguel did not continue fighting him. Instead, he turned around and chased after the thug again. Following the trail of blood on the ground, he quickly found the escaping thug. He immediately pinned him to the ground, demanding to know where his daughter's body was. Just as Miguel was about to punch him again, Martin fired a warning shot to stop him, but the thug took advantage of the moment Miguel was distracted. He grabbed a stone and smashed it hard at him. Miguel tried to stand up and fight back, but Martin stopped him with his gun. At the same time, police reinforcements finally arrived. Just when Martin thought everything was finally coming to an end, he did not expect the thug to suddenly change completely. The pitiful and cowardly look on his face disappeared, replaced by arrogance and contempt. The thug said with a twisted expression, he would never tell him where his daughter's body was. Martin stood there stunned by what he saw. Only then did he realize the thug had been lying to him. As a father himself, he understood Miguel's despair, so before the rescue officers arrived, he raised his gun and aimed at the thug. He threatened the thug to reveal the place where the body was dumped, but the thug was certain that this police officer would not hurt him, so he kept pretending to be stupid, as if as long as he said nothing, the police and the law could do nothing to him. But the next second, pain instantly filled the thug with terror. Martin ignored his screams and raised the gun again. When Miguel heard this, he broke down and cried. Finally, his daughter's soul could rest in peace. Soon the police, who arrived late, surrounded them. Maybe Martin would be fired later for breaking procedure, but at least in this place where the light could not reach, he used his own small light to tear open the darkness. And in this cold world, he gave that desperate father a small piece of human warmth.